The most expensive product I helped develop was one that a simple spreadsheet could have killed in an hour. Instead, I spent a year and $80,000 in real tooling and inventory to learn this lesson the hard way. By the end of this video, you'll be able to run any product idea through 4 filters, build only the winners, and kill the losers on paper. Because this one had every green light. Customers loved it, we loved it, so we built it. Now, you might argue that Steve Jobs never ran spreadsheets to test innovation. Well, you aren't selling $1,000 phones at premium margins through a monopoly channel. You're selling consumer goods into a world where retail partners demand a 50% cut. Enthusiasm is real data about demand. It proves people want the item, but it gives you zero data about whether the product can physically and financially survive the retail channels that actually have to sell it. A product that only works at a direct-to-consumer margin is a trap with good reviews. It turns a perfectly good idea into a product that eats your cash. To catch these traps early, I use what I call the ladder filters. It's a mandatory 1-hour paper diagnostic you run at the idea stage, before a single dollar moves. This diagram shows a 3-tier pricing ladder climbing from your landed cost up to retail. Filter 1 is the full climb. You run the math on your product idea at your target volume, the volume you're praying for, not the lower volume you're launching at. Because success is exactly what breaks unfiltered products. Does that make sense? When those big Tier 2 and Tier 3 retail orders finally arrive, the heavy discounts they require will compress your margins until they break. If your product's math fails in its own best-case, high-volume scenario, the idea is dead on arrival. This vertical bar chart represents your profit margin, with an empty buffer space left at the top. That's filter 2, headroom. After you calculate the wholesale climb, you have to leave room for the unknowns. If your ladder barely holds today, it is going to break. Freight spikes, sell-in promotions, warranty claims, and a component price that jumps. Any one of those overflows that buffer and kill a product that lacks a cushion. Filter 3 is channel fit. Here we stop looking at financial constraints and start looking at the physical, logistical reality. Channels reject products for non-price reasons all the time. Can this thing actually fit on a shipping pallet? Can it sit efficiently on a retail shelf? Can a dealer demo it in 2 minutes and support the customer without calling you? If you design a product strictly for a beautiful unboxing video on social media, but ignore how it travels on a truck or sits in a store, you guarantee wholesale rejection. Are you with me? This cash flow timeline shows a big downward spike for inventory costs, months before the upward spike of getting paid. That's filter 4, capacity. If a huge distributor says yes to your product, you take on the operational risk of fulfilling an order you might not be able to afford. Purchase orders do not fund themselves. Taking on unmanageable growth without modeling the cash timing first will break your logistics and drain your accounts. The longer an unfiltered idea is allowed to survive, the more catastrophic its death becomes for the whole company. The longer an unfiltered idea is allowed to survive, the more catastrophic its death becomes for the whole company. And listen, failing a filter does not mean the end of innovation. It is a mandate to redesign the product. It forces you to make it lighter, simpler, or cheaper to land before your design is frozen. Think of these filters like a pre-flight checklist. Pilots don't run them because they doubt the plane. They run them because the ground is expensive. So here's your homework. Take your most beloved, currently in development product idea and run it through the 4 ladder filters tonight. Climb it at target volume. Demand the headroom, check the physical fit, and model your capacity. Customer enthusiasm absolutely still gets a vote in what you build, but from now on, channel math makes the final decision.